Welcome back to FRL Race Formula Racing League BMW M2 European Sprint Cup Round 4 Zolder. I'm very sorry for the disconnection. We're rounding up top spot. Sorry. Munster in first, followed by Talak in second, J. Prentice in third, A. Sharp in fourth, Pospisil is in fifth, Sloot is in sixth, J. Prentice in seventh, with Zanov in eighth, Keller ninth, Micheletti in 10th, with Harvey in 11th, Serpentine in 12th, Gedman in 13th, Sarah is in 14th, Nakmanov 15th, 16th is Jabino, 17th is Well Beloved, 18th is Trotman, 19th Barnett, 20th Burkirk, Hawthorne in 21st. Sorry again for the disconnection, guys. Hopefully it won't happen again. But I will be uploading the qualifying, so make sure to check that out as well. With 2 minutes left to go, we're at Zolder. It's a track with 10 corners, 4 kilometers long, 2.4 miles. I'll go back through what I said in qualifying as well. With team of on 420 points, SGR Racing 385, Golden Oldies 348, CCR on 346, FRTL, My Sports, Motorsports on 344, RW Racing 323, Geriatric GT 314, Turn 1 Sim Racing 311, How Is Your Rejoin 300, Wall Investigation Team 219, GT UK Racing 155, with the Redline Racing Team on 134, with Apex Racing on 158. So RW Racing has Well Beloved as one of the two drivers in Apex Racing, required with Mr. Revenge Micheletti Mikido, who's to occupy Apex Racing. How Was Your Rejoin is composed of Lewis Green, alongside L. Prentice, and Team FTRL welcomes Mr. Gedman alongside the Flying Scotsman Talak, for the promising combo becoming FTRL Neo Motorsports. Again, sorry for the disconnection. Hopefully there won't be no more interruptions and we can get ahead with some good racing.
30 seconds.
So we've just got 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
And then it's a short rundown to the finish, a short rundown to the start
seconds.
finish. It's a short formation lap, sorry. But it's a short rundown into turn 1, which is very tricky at the start of the race. It opens up a lot and there's a lot of cars side by side. So racing should be very, very good. To jump on board with Munster. As this is 2 30-minute sprint races at Zolder, round 4, and the lights are green for race 1. Coming down into turn 1, everybody seems to have gone away nice and cleanly enough. There's a car out. So as we just jump on board with a bunch of cars out in front, with Munster still currently out in front, followed by Talak in second. As this is a corner, if you can get it right coming out, you can have a nice drag race. Coming down into this tricky chicane, you can gain and lose time on this chicane. You've got to hit it right. bouncing over the curb. You can lose time. Got to make sure you hit it right. With a lot of cars bunched up coming across it now as they come down into these wild S's. I just call them wild S's because they're wild. There's a lot of cars getting bunched up now. Just up a slight incline. Sweeping left down into the hairpin. Hairpin, sorry. As Munster seems to have just over a second lead over Tallaght in second, with El Prentice currently in third. As this is a big overtaking corner with one of the cars going off. There's a few cars going off, but still out in front at the moment and battling down into turn one. There is cars everywhere with Harvey not too far in front of Kerla, closing him down. Battles everywhere. It's good. Really brilliant. It's hard to keep up with it all. It's awesome. If you can get a nice run out to this corner as they go flying down into the next chicane. A couple of cars going over the chicane. Up. Here we go. Down into the wild S's. As these two are right on each other. With El Prentice. Oh, as he sharp has a bit of a slide. Have a look, is anybody coming down? Drag race down into the hairpin. Whoa, the two cars bunched up. Couple of cars maybe making a move. As Munster is still out in front with a 1.2 lead over El Prentice. Cars side by side, there's a little bit of contact, keeps on track. Oh, cars all over the place. There seems to be a little bit of a battle going on there. Drag race with Sloot on Pospisil. Micheletti. Can Micheletti get him down into the chicane? Tricky braking zone if you're on the left hand side coming down into chicane, dirty side. As Micheletti stays behind with a couple of other cars going over the curb down into the tricky wild S's. A couple of them seem to have spread out a bit. See some drag race coming down into the wild S's. Oh, a couple of them get bunched up. Oh, nice drag race down into the hairpin. Who's going to be best on brakes? Who's going to... Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. Camera. There's the bunch of cars in the background and on the drag race coming down into the final couple of corners. The Trotman holds up this bunch of cars who are battling and he's defending with his life. Drag race coming down into the first corner. Oh, there's a couple of them lose a bit of traction, go a little bit wide. Sarah takes Trotman. And Trotman get back with a couple of other cars behind. Burkirk is not too far behind, closely followed by Barnett. Whoop, as he gets out of shape. Who's going to be best on brakes? Who makes the chicane? Whoop, bounces. But Jabino takes it. Coming down into the wild S's now. The E-sharp is all over the Prentice. Just stays in front as E-sharp is sandwiched by the Prentice brothers. Nice drag race coming down into the final couple of corners. Turn 10 as Munster out in front with a 1.4 gap over Tulloch, with El Prentice under a lot of pressure from Sharp. Coming around, sweeping, turn 3. Gonna have a good drive out to turn 4. Might put him under a bit of pressure coming down into the chicane.
The pit is now open.
Will he have a look? Let's see who's going to be best on brakes. He might be a little bit too far back, but maybe next lap. Whoop. As E-sharp. Looks like he made a gain some time as they come down into the tricky chicanes. The wild S's. I call them. Apprentice pulls just a little bit of a breathing space just out in front. But Well Beloved is closely followed by Harvey, who gets out of shape. Can Harvey put him under pressure coming down into the hairpin? He's all over the back room, but there's a bit of a battle going on behind as well. With Mr. Gedman, Gibino. Oh, no way. Well Beloved is under a lot of pressure with RDD trying to take the inside line. Nice racing, no contact, but he's going to put him under a lot of pressure coming down into turn 1. Takes the racing line, the best option with Well Beloved defending it. Can he make a stick? Coming up into turn 2 as Harvey looks to go on the outside. Sticking on the outside as Well Beloved, still on the inside as Harvey is all over the back of him. Can he have a good drive out of here? Put him under more pressure coming down into the chicane where Well Beloved is on the dirty side. Let's hope they both get through the chicane. Side by side would be a good show as Well Beloved occupies the racing line with Harvey all over him now coming down into the wild S's. There's a nice little battle going on, closely followed behind with Surf 18, I think, under a bit of pressure. Gibino under a bit of pressure for Surf 18. There we go. As one of the cars goes off with Harvey, putting him under pressure with Gedman closely followed behind. Harvey is going to look to go on the inside. Brakes late. Bit dirty on the inside, but can have a good drive out. Coming down to turn 10. Can Harvey stick it on the outside, have a better racing line on the inside, going down into the start finish straight, bit of door banging. That's fair. With Gedman all over the back of them now, can he Can he capitalise on these two racing and take two of the cars in front with Well Beloved going off, or Harvey, sorry, going off with Well Beloved under a lot of pressure now from Gedman, with Bartels closely followed behind. Will pick up places if anything else happens, but let's hope not. Whoop, just again a little bit of a snap in. Drag race coming down now into turn 5. Well Beloved still holds it off with him going a little bit wide with a little bit of a battle going on behind with Harvey under a lot of pressure from Gibino now. Coming down into the wild airsays, not too far behind is Sarah too. Oh, this is great racing. As Harvey manages to stay in front with Gibino not too far behind, followed closely by Sarah. But let's stick on board with this at the moment. We'll have a look who's going to be best on brakes coming down to the airport with Mr. Gedman looking to go on the outside. He'll cut back in, no doubt. No, he stays there, but they're going to have a drag race down now into turn 10 with the battle closely followed behind with Harvey still in front of Gibino and Sarah. So Safe 19 is closely following Mr. Gedman. He got a bit of pace with these as well, so there's going to be a 3-way battle. Can they hold it up and make it a 6-way battle? Hold it up again, make it a 7-way battle. Well Beloved seems to... no way. Well Beloved, Mr. Gedman are going to lose places. Serpentine, keep it on the black stuff. Serpentine gains a place. Well Beloved under pressure again with Harvey closely followed behind. Is Sarah will gain in the place on Gibino. Coming around these last couple of corners, Mr. Gedman catching a bit of the dirt, losing a little bit of, losing out to Harvey coming down into the tricky chicane. Can they all make it through? Mr. Gedman takes the racing line. Harvey has to take the escape route coming down the wild asses now. This is a nice bunch of cars. Single file battle coming out down into the airpin. Nope, not having none of it. Here I go. Gibino looking on the inside of Sarah. Nudges his way past. Sarah takes a little bit to the dirt. But let's have a look what's going on down at the hairpin with the cars closely followed behind with Trotman. Putting pressure to Sarah. With Munster is still out in front with Micheletti closely followed by Pospisil. So this is a great battle. So looking a bit further down with guys making the pits now. A-Sharp, J Prentice, Sloot making pits. But the battling going on at the moment all around the park. These guys, Micheletti and Pospisil, jump on board with these guys at the moment, but these guys not too far behind are going to be battling like hell. Just jump back on board with them. A little bit of a gap between Micheletti and Pospisil going down into the chicane, but this is the battle at the moment. Can anything happen coming down into the chicanes at turn 5? We'll just keep on board there now. Can Pospisil do anything to gain time coming through these wild asses? He does gain some time. He's right behind him now. It's coming out to turn 7. Up a slight incline coming down into the right-hander hairpin. Pospisil stays behind with the guys still battling out. Not too far behind, there's a bit of a breathing space between them all at the moment, but can Pospisil do anything? These last couple of corners coming down into turn 1. A little bit closer. Is he going to make a move? Nope. Still a little bit too far back. With, well, a couple of the guys coming into the pit now. Mr. Goodman, close to the line. So there's a couple of guys into the pit with Micheletti under a lot of pressure now from Pospisil. The guys just made their pits at the moment with El Prentice and A Sharp. I thought there was a little bit closer battling with the telemetry. Sorry guys, jump back on board with these guys. Whoop, that's Pospisil. Test his suspension out. Coming down into the wild S's, Micheletti, hold him off. Pospisil seems to be a little bit better coming through the wild S's. Flat out, turning right, coming up in a slight incline. Turn left down into the hairpin right. Pospisil a little bit closer. Can he? Stays behind. Putting him under a lot of pressure. I think he's biding his time and making sure it's the right overtake. One of the cars in the background just catching a bit of grass. Whoa, nice. Kept it on track, saved it. Lost some time more doing so. With El Prentice under a lot of pressure from Sharp. Coming down into the wild S's. Oh no, there's a little bit of door bang in A Sharp and El Prentice come off the track. They will be respectful and just carry on racing. A little door bang in respect and carry on. Whoop, as A Sharp goes a little bit wide. Dirty tyres. Tricky braking. But good that they can continue carrying on with the battling. With Micheletti getting overtaken out by Pospisil. Micheletti getting back up into the wild S's. There's a couple of cars in the background going over this. Pospisil seems to be a little bit better in the wild S's, but Micheletti is hanging on. McKellen certified team not too far behind. Munster still out in front. Who still needs to lap? Who still needs to come into the pit? Who does so now with Tulloch? Stays out. Gonna rag these tyres. Try and get as much out of these tyres until he has to come in with Gibino and Harvey having a good scrap. The guys have made the pits currently in 14th and 15th. Harvey looking to go on the inside of Gibino. Leaves him some space. Tricky run out of these last couple of corners. Down into turn 4, drag race down into turn 5. The chicane with Harvey, I think, went a little bit too tight into that corner, steep. Closely followed behind is Nakmanov. Oh. These guys battling out, he can closely follow behind and put these guys under pressure too. With Gibino having a little bit of a slide, Harvey putting him under more pressure now with the other boys just behind. Just slightly closing in on this battle. Can they capitalise and maybe nick a place with everything that's going on here? With Harvey looking to go on the inside, sticks it with Gibino under a lot of pressure for Nakmanov. Coming down into turns 10. Can Gibino defend? Harvey seems to have a little bit of a breathing space. With Nakmanov not too far behind Gibino. Can he put under pressure down into turn 1? No. With Talak coming into the pit now, with Pospisil currently out in front coming into the pit. Munster is still in front with a 15-second lead over Prentice, with Sharp closely followed behind. So Micheletti's under a lot of pressure now from Sloot. Can Sloot anything coming down into LS's? Make some time. Made a little bit of time. Lost a little bit of time coming out of turn 7. Drag race down into the hairpin. Stays in front. That is Bart Littles. Starting to commence behind now with Harvey and Nakmanov. Now with Jabino losing out to Jabino, Mr. Jabino under a bit of pressure now from Mr. Gedman. So Jabino is under pressure coming down into turn 10 with Mr. Gedman going very late on the brakes, but keeps it on track. Can he gain any time coming down into turn 1? He's a little bit closer. Down the sweeping right hander turn 2. Just in front. Looks like Harvey is under a bit of pressure from Nakmanov, but can Mr. Gedman get him down into the chicane? He goes a little bit onto the dirty stuff. With Prentice under a lot of pressure from Sharp. Coming down into turn 8 into the hairpin. 7 minutes left of racing. Still got another race after this. Race 2. Another 30 minutes. I thought it was sprint, sorry. It seems that we do have pit stops, but who cares? Racing's been absolutely awesome with El Prentice under pressure coming down into turn 1 from Sharp. Can he be a lot closer in these last couple of corners? Gonna have a good run out of turn 4 down into the tricky chicane, the one you've got to hit right, otherwise you go bouncing all over the place. El Prentice is still holding on for 3rd, but Munster is still out in front with Talak taking over a blue flag, with Munster currently out in front. Micheletti is under pressure now from Sloot coming down into turn 10. Oh no, sorry, turns 5, the hairpin. Little bit of keep it on track. And they continue racing. That's good. And El Prentice still out in front with a little bit of a breathing space now. Whoa, with one of the cars going way over the curb. Testing the suspension but failed, but let's have a look with Will Beloved. Followed closely by Serpentine. Drag race now coming out to turn. And then his hairpin. Right hand eye, takes a bit of curve, bounces a little bit. Sticks is still in front, the Serpentine still behind. Can he be a little bit better on the brakes? Close that gap. Coming down into the start finish straight. We're just under 4.5 minutes left to go. With Munster is still out in front. Surfer team will not do anything at the moment with Gibino under a lot of pressure. Sorry. Sorry. Gibino under a lot of pressure now from Mr. Gedman. To come down into the sweeping right under turns 2. Let's run out of these corners, drag race down into the chicane where Mr. Gedman seems to be all over the back of him. Let's gonna see who's gonna be the best on brakes. Maybe next lap as Gibino. Oh, no way. Oh, a little bit of contact, no arm play for that. It was unfortunate with Will Beloved under a lot of pressure now. From Surf 19, he does take the place off Well Beloved. Sorry, he missed that one. So Well Beloved is putting Surf 19 under pressure now. The Sarah not too far behind. He looks, but nothing happens. Respect the racers, continue racing. Looks like Gibino come off worse on that one. Mr. Gedman at off, waiting. Good sportsmanship. The Sloot is under a lot of pressure from Micheletti. Drag race coming down into this brutal chicane. You gotta get it right. This is where you gain and lose, especially when you balance side by side. Braking is absolutely woo, see what I mean? To keep it on track. Happy days. Well done, guys. All over the back of Micheletti is Sloot as they come out of these last couple of corners. Drag race up into this incline. We're sweeping down into this hairpin right hander. Sloot may have the better racing line coming out of this corner. Drag race down to the final couple. Micheletti defends for the next minute and a half, and whatever the race leader is, maybe about 2.5, 3 minutes. Micheletti stays in front. Sarah under a lot of pressure from, oh, takes a place from Well Beloved. But the race leader, Munster, who's currently on top of the championship, not too far behind, is the Flying Scotsman, and El Prentice is your top 3. Closely followed by Sharp on him under a lot of pressure with 40 seconds to go, with El Prentice getting out of shape out of the chicane. Sharp is going to put him under so much pressure now with 30 seconds left to go. I don't know if Munster will, whoa, as they go through the wild S's wild. So Munster is coming down the straight into the last couple of corners. I think he will cross the line, and they may do another lap. They may cross the line and do another lap, but A-Sharp is all over the back of Prentice.
Right, man, leader
With
is on the
Munster
final lap. Give it all you can.
making the race continue. Happy days. A-Sharp, sorry, is under pressure from El Prentice, who's going to give it us all now. Coming down into turn 1, looks like he's just out in front just a little bit. Just having a look. Couple of cars bunched racing with the race leader currently out in front, but Prentice on the final lap with A-Sharp all over the back of him now. There's a car, it just gives out a little bit of shape. That's a blue flag car. Hope he doesn't disrupt this racing. Then Prentice has got a car in front. Oh, as he goes through the wild asses. The car really needs to get out of the way. No way. Gets out of the way, but all the way he should have. Oh no, makes contact in the back. A-Sharp is all over the back of Prentice now with yellow flags in the final sector.
Neither has finished the race.
As Munster comes across the line in first, Tulloch in third, but A-Sharp coming down into the last couple of corners. Can he do anything? Looks like Prentice will come out and win the battle with Pospisil coming across the line he'll be coming across the line in fifth with his battles going on in front with Micheletti. Sleuth's coming across the line. Cars bunched up on his faster drivers. So we'll just try and get some more of the action out on track as it stands, with cars still battling it for position. Staying where they are. So Verkirk is under pressure now from Mr. Gateman coming down into the last couple of corners. I think he's just gonna stick it. Just stick it out and just stay in front. Takes a bit of dirt, but the last couple of cars coming across the line now with Munster, who is your race winner from race 1 from Zolder. There will be another race 2 with Tulloch coming home in second. J. Prentice comes home in third, closely followed by Sharp. Good battling with them. J. Prentice sandwiches A-Sharp in fifth. Micheletti is in sixth. Sleuth in seventh. Keller in eighth. Pospisil in ninth. Surfine in 10th. Well-Beloved in 11th. Sarah in 12th. Now some of the guys still having fun out on track. Nakmanov in 13th, Barnett in 14th, 15th Harvey, we got Verkirk in 16th, Mr. Gedman in 17th, Chipino in 18th, Trotman in 19th, Hortog in 20th, Zanov in 21st, and El Green in 22nd. So, that is race 1, the standings. So, we'll just go back to qualifying with Munster doing a 141.1 with Tulloch in second, with El Prentice in third, A-Sharp in fourth, Pospisil in fifth, Sleuth in sixth, J. Prentice in seventh, Zanov in eighth, Keller ninth, Micheletti in 10th, 11th is Harvey, 12th Serpentine, Mr. Gedman 13th, 14th is Sela, El Green is in 15th, 16th Nakmanov, 17th Chipino, 18th Well-Beloved, 19th is Trotman, 20th Barnett, 21st is Verkirk, 22nd is Hortog. So that was the qualifying. It will be uploaded so you can catch that if you wanted to. Sorry for disconnection. Did catch race 1 with no connection problems, so race 2 should go fine anyway. Happy days. With qualifying from the qualifying before the races, as it stands here now, that'll be the race positions starting grid for race 2. So race 1 and race 2, whenever you come in the race, you'll start where you qualified. As you just wait for everything to upload now for the second race, by people quick toilet break, quick drink break. If you look forward now into race 2, another eventful race 2, which has been action packed and awesome to watch. So you got 3 minutes countdown, so I'll be back. Alright guys, I've just got a minute to go for another action-packed race 2. It's a Formula Racing League BMW M2 European. It's a sprint cup, but we are doing pit stops. But racing has been absolutely awesome from race 1, no doubt. Race 2, it's going to be even better.
Seconds.
So there's your championship leader too, Munster, doing really well.
20 seconds.
Not too far behind. There are a bunch of M2s and all letting him escape. Anything can happen.
10 seconds.
It's a good championship. Points are close. And it's been a good season. It's good series to start. Let it continue. And may it shall. Hopefully. Well, let's get ready for race 2, eh? 30 minutes of another action-packed race. So here we go. Race to Zolder, 30 minutes. And we're off. Oh, seems sharp and Prentice again side by side. Oh, sorry. That's Prentice and Tulloch, sorry. Going side by side. And keep on board with these guys because they are not leaving each other alone. Whoop. The Tulloch backs out. That is under a lot of pressure from Sharp. as you got as you see all the cars coming around this tricky chicane when they're all bunched up. There's a bit of contact in the back, but let's continue as they come down into the wild S's, as there's a lot of cars going absolutely wild into the wild S's. As everybody is all over the back of everybody. There seems to be a little bit of contact in the back there, but let's go down into the hairpin. Let's see where everybody is. Apprentice is still just in front of Talak, currently in third, with a couple of cars looking to go up on the inside. Micheletti and Gibino, I believe. Yeah, Nukmanov, sorry. As Apprentice is under pressure from Talak as they come around the final corner. That is lap one, and as it stands, Munster is out in front with a nice gap over Apprentice. Talak is not too far behind, closely followed by Sharp. Talak seems to be a little bit closer, but let's have a look a little bit further back. A bunch of cars in the back. But everybody seems to have a little bit of breathing space, with J. Prentice putting Zanov under pressure, coming up the tricky chicane. A nice run up hill, coming down into wild S's. Might not make it stick, as there is a lot of action just in the back. There's a couple touch the grass. Serpentine is coming up here now with his cars gone all over the place. Battles all over the place. Awesome. As we look now to see what is, as Zanov under pressure from Pospisil and Serpentine, I believe, with Gibino in the back, closely followed by Sarah Harvey. Oh, there's a bit of contact in the back. As Nukmanov is just holding up Verkirk. Sarah not too far behind Harvey, so just having a look on track with Munster with a nice second lead out in front of Prentice, with Talak in third, Sharp in fourth, with Sloot under pressure now from J. Prentice coming down at turn 5, the chicane. He's a lot closer this lap than he was last lap. Can J. Prentice make anything of it this one? Let's lose a little bit of traction coming out to that corner, Sloot, but J. Prentice down into the wild S's. Closely followed by Zanov. The dirt being kicked up. They'll run out to this corner, down into the hairpin. A little bit closer now. Can he get him down into the final couple of corners? He sticks it still behind. But run out of this corner down into turn 1. Oh, Serpentine. Serpentine is... Sorry. Keller, sorry, is under a lot of pressure from Serpentine, and Harvey closely followed by Sarah. This could be a four-way battle in the next couple of laps. Just up the road now, it looks like Prentice went a little bit on the outside end. With Harvey under a bit of pressure from Sarah now. Going a bit further down the field, we just have a look at Hot Dog. Hot Dog, Micheletti and Barnett into the chicane. There's a couple of them bounce around. Coming down into Wild S's. Hot Dog is just in front. With Micheletti all over the back now. Trotman not too far behind. Looks like Sarah maybe having a look at Harvey. But Surfine Teen is still behind Kayla. As we jump on board with Tulloch and Prentice and A-Sharp is all over the back of Prentice now. With Prentice losing out to Tulloch, I believe. Oh no, sorry. Oh, I'm getting mixed up. God. Good racing, absolutely good racing from everybody. Oh God.
Bit windows open.
Still looks like Prentice will stay in front with a couple of cars bouncing over the chicane. There's a little bit of dirt gets kicked up with Prentice under pressure now from Zanov. Post Marcel is not too far behind with A-Sharp all over the back of Prentice now. So the Prentice brothers are having a good scrap. Coming down into the airpin. One brother defends off another. The drag race coming down into turn 10. Whoop, as A-Sharp takes a dive into the pit. Evasive manoeuvre. With J. Prentice is just slightly in front and has a little bit of a breathing space. But Harvey is closely followed by Sarah, with Nakmanov closely followed by Berker. So the two cars hit the curb, then can Berker capitalise on that mistake? With Harvey, bit of a slide with Berker getting a lot closer. Sarah get Harvey coming down into the tricky chicane, I think. Sorry. I thought. It's. So we got Sloot currently in 4th spot with a couple of hungry M2s not too far behind. It's Post Marcel. God. Sorry. Verkerk is all over the back of Nakmanov, sorry. A little nudge coming up. This little slight incline coming down into the hairpin. Who's going to be the best on the brakes? The Verkerk have a good drive out this corner and put him under pressure coming down into the final couple of corners. He's right behind him now. Having a look on the inside, I'm looking outside. Don't know what's happening. The Trotman picks up a stop and go, 30 seconds with Hot Dog picking up a drive through with Nakmanov under a lot of pressure now from Berker, comes down into turn 1. Closely followed by Jabino. Nakmanov still holds up Verkerk. There seems to be a little bit of a breathing space out in front with Zanov not too far behind Pospisil. Oh, God, sorry. The Tulloch Prentice, Pospisil, Zanov, Michaela, Surf 19. There's a bit of a scrap going on just in the background here. Jabino has caught that gap up. And can he capitalise on Verkerk, who's been battling with Nakmanov? Nakmanov goes off track. The other two stay on track. With a drive coming out of this corner, they seem to have a little bit of a gap, but seems going to be best on brave with Sarah putting Harvey under a lot of pressure now with Kayla. Not too far behind the Surf 19 with Sarah. Can he make anything of this? Ooh, gets too close for comfort. There's a scrap going on between these two, with Jabino closely followed behind. Drag race down into turn one. Nakmanov hold Verkerk off. Everybody seems to have a little bit of a gap between each other, but this is the battle as it stands at the moment, with El Prentice, A-Sharp, Trotman and Hot Dog making pits. Nakmanov under a lot of pressure from Verkerk down as he lunges, thinks about it. Elzov's under a lot of pressure from Jabino now. Gonna have the best drive out here. Jabino goes wee-haw. Verkerk looks to go on the outside into this corner as the better racer lined in, with Nakmanov going off track with Jabino closely followed behind. A better drive out to this corner, most probably put him under pressure coming down into the hairpin. But Nakmanov holds Jabino off, with Verkerk gaining a place, with Jabino having a good drive out of that corner, squeezed by Nakmanov, no contact, good drive in, down into the last couple of corners. Nakmanov going a little bit brave in the brake, spins, unlucky. But Jabino gains a place. I didn't know if it was contact or not. Fair play Jabino, giving the place back. Let's continue racing. So El Prentice is under pressure again from Sharp. These two guys have been at it from race one. As Sharp is all over the back of Prentice, coming out to the last corner. Drag race down into turn one. All over the back of him. El Prentice defends it well. It's a bit of the curve. Sharp will have a better drive on the dirty side. Braking. Keeps it on track. Stays behind halfway through now. With Munster coming across the line to start his 9th lap. Closely followed by Tulloch with a 1.8 second. It's a bit of an endurance race between Tulloch and Munster at the moment, but A-Sharp is gonna have a good drive out of that chicane, putting El Prentice under a lot of pressure now. Down into the wild S's. Whoa, nice, tight. Nice racing. That's Pospisil currently. The El Prentice A Sharp, they keep going as they go, and after pit stops, who knows between Munster and Tulloch and Pospisil. Tulloch and Munster, I think, would be the ones, if when they come into the pits, El Prentice and A Sharp would be the main threat when they do come into the pit. But El Prentice has defended well from A Sharp. Yeah, from A Sharp, sorry. God, sorry, I was looking at something else then. Whoop. Is this the lap? The Sharp takes him. Can El Prentice stay in front and defend from him? 13 minutes to go. 14, 15 maybe. Coming down into the chicane. We could have a good drive out. Sharp seems to have the better drive out to there. Put him under a lot of pressure coming into the wild S's now. He looks. Yep. El Prentice defending well. Looking out on track with other cars. On turn. G Prentice has the company of Sloots. Sloot just in front with Munster coming out of the pit. With El Prentice coming down into turn 1 and A Sharp. So Munster is currently out in front still, but Prentice goes a little bit wide again on the curb, making having A Sharp closely followed behind. A Sharp is good in the chicane. His Sloot is not too far behind. Got one brother defending and one brother attacking. Sluisk is a little bit tricky coming out of the chicane. That's a little two-way battle going on between these two, with Pospisil currently out in front in first, who still needs to lap, and Mr. Gedman in second, fifth, who still needs to lap, living words. El Prentice seems to be under a lot more pressure than from A Sharp, and J Prentice put in Sloot under a lot more pressure coming down into the final couple of corner. One brother stays in front and one other stays behind. Still got 10 minutes left of racing. Sloot may have had a little bit of oversteer, but it might have just been the way he was. Sorry, coming up the corner. As El Prentice is still defending off A Sharp. With Tulloch Munster in first. I thought Tulloch was in first then. I was going to say, what's happened there? With Zarnov gaining places. Oh no, sorry, now it's changing. God, sorry, telemetry. Whoop, as both of them seem to have escaped for there then. I don't know who's in the background then. I went flying over the chicane. I hope they can continue racing though. Seems to be okay, whoever was in the background, to continue. So I'm looking at the telemetry as it stands. Everybody seems to have a bit of a breathing space, with Trotman in last place, Hogwarts, Hot Dog in 18th, 17th is Barnett, Mr. Gedman in 16th, Gibino in 15th, 14th is McManov, Burkirk is 13th, 12th is Sarah, Pointing in 11th, Harvey in 10th, Keller in 9th, Zanoff in 8th, J. Prentice in 7th, Sloot in 6th, A Sharp still all over the back of El Prentice, trying to get that 4th spot, with Talak in 3rd, with Munster in 2nd, with Pospisil coming out of the pit in 3rd or 4th, but we'll keep on board with these guys now, as El Prentice is under a lot of pressure from A Sharp on the outside, coming out this corner. This is going to be mad if he sticks it on the outside, but had to give way for El Prentice. If those two went side by side going around that corner, that would have been absolutely awesome. Ray Sharp is putting him under pressure, coming down into this chicane. Good drive out now. Both seem to have stayed where they are, as they have done as of race 1 and 2. These guys have not given each other an inch. Absolutely awesome between the pair of them. As Munster is out in front, with Tulloch in 2nd, with El Prentice currently in 3rd, with A Sharp in 4th. He wants to nick our podium place off Prentice with 7 minutes left to go. With a couple of other M2s closely following behind. It's going to get very exciting in the next couple of minutes, with one brother defending, another gaining, well, trying to gain some places. Could squash this pack up. Could be very entertaining in the next couple of minutes. They seem to stay where they are. But there's your race leader coming down into the chicane. Tulloch in 2nd, 3rd is Prentice. Seems to have a little bit of a breathing space. Coming around this corner. Pospisil, it's in a bit of dirt, with Prentice not too far behind. It's Keller. Can he gain on Harvey? Oh, it's a bit of dirt. Gibino has a look in the inside of Barnett, or might have been a lapped car. But the battle as it stands out in front, these two are fighting for the podium, with Pospisil not too far behind. Pospisil takes a bit of dirt. Can the other two catch up? Down into the final couple of corners. A Sharp back all over El Prentice. The dirt gets kicked up in the back. But everybody seems to be spread out this race. Not like last race. But it's been action-packed from start to finish race 2. It has been absolutely awesome to watch. The battles in race 1 were phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Keller a little bit closer, no. So El Prentice is still under pressure from A Sharp. A lot closer coming out to that chicane, sharp. Looked a bit tricky, the two of them coming out to that chicane, but they have a drag race coming on into Wild S's. Nice and tight. Lovely bit of racing, nice and tight and clean. It's going to be best on brakes coming down into the hairpin. Who's going to think about the dirty side? Sharp is looking to maybe have the better racing line now, but defends well, El Prentice. Pospisil not too far behind now. Sharp. Drive out to this corner. A lot closer this lap than he was last lap. Oh, Prentice seems to lose a little bit of traction, but keeps it on track. A bit of a three-way battle happening here for the last couple of minutes, with Munster currently enjoying himself out in front. No bother with a Flying Scotsman not too far behind, pick up the pieces if anything happens to him. Good race. As these trio of cars come out of the tricky chicane with Pospisil all over the back of Sharp now, this could be a very good night or a very upsetting night. The podium is on the cards for each three of these racers, but can Sloot and J. Prentice in the background join this battle? It's looking at telemetry. Sarah defending off Verkerk with him bouncing over the curbs. Come on, a drag race down into the last couple of corners now. El Prentice in front of this trio of cars with just over a minute and a half to go. Drag race down into turn one. A bit of a breathing space between them coming into this last but one lap. Munster definitely come around and do another lap with Sarah under a lot of pressure from Verkerk, who it's a bit of the curve goes off track with Verkerk taking that spot from Sarah. Can Verkerk hold him off? J. Prentice and Munster still trying to find each other out. J. Prentice gets a little bit closer. Harvey and Keller not too far behind, having a bit of a scrap, but A Sharp seems to be a little bit closer coming to the end of this lap. A Sharp late on the brakes, sticks it straight behind Prentice. As his brother is not too far behind Sloot in the background.
He's on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Oh, but J. Prentice, it's a little bit of the dust. Pospisil lost a little bit of time somewhere. He's not in this battle now for a podium, I don't think, unless these two hold each other up by having great battles in the last couple of corners of this race. I think it's only about 10 corners on this track. As they have a drag race now coming out of turn 4 down into tricky chicane. Full throttle. A Sharp gets a little bit out of shape. J. Prentice has a little bit of a gap, and looking at telemetry, but the battle is still out in front, with Munster having a nice gap over Tulloch in second, with Prentice still defending for that podium from Sharp. Come through the wild S's, a little bit out. Sharp close to the grass, coming up. Slight incline, sweeping down left into the chicane. As your race leader is coming across the start-finish line to finish race 2 with a victory, with Tulloch not too far behind. He will take second spot for El Prentice, under pressure from Sharp for third. Keeps it there with A Sharp coming across the line in fourth, Pospisil in fifth. Sloot still holds on to sixth, with J. Prentice in seventh, Zanov in eighth. Harvey coming across the line in ninth, with Keller not too far behind in 10th. Sir 19 will come home in 11th. Burkirk in 12th. Not too far behind is Sarah. Nakmanov will come over in 14th. Jabino around the last couple of corners in 15th. Mr. Gedman goes off track, but the race winner is Munster. You can tell in second, Prentice in third, so is your podium. Some of the guys are having fun out on track. Hey, keep it rolling. Oh, Mr. Gedman comes across the line. Oh, boys are having fun out there. Right then, guys. So, race 1, you have Munster, Tulloch. Oh, sorry. Race 1, you had Munster, Tulloch, and Prentice as your top 3. Your podiums with A Sharp closely followed by in fourth. Sorry. Prentice in 5th, Micheletti 6th, Sloot in 7th, Keller 8th, Pospisil in 9th, Serpentine 10th, Well-Beloved in 11th, Sarah 12th, Nakmanov 13th, Barnett 14th, Harvey in 15th, Burkirk in 16th, Mr. Gedman 17th, Jabino 18th, 19th Trotman, Hot Dog 20th, Zanov is in 21st with Al Green in 22nd. So, race 2. As it finished, Munster race winner for race 2, dominance, with the Flying Scotsman Tulloch in second, with El Prentice defending from start to finish races 1 and 2. Comes home in third. A Sharp in fourth, great action. Everybody out there absolutely awesome. Pospisil coming across the line in fifth, with Sloot in 6th. The Comsman OG in 7th for the second race. Zanoff is in 8th. Harvey 9th. Keller 10th. Serpentini in 11th. Burkirk 12th. Sarah 13th. Oh, Scotty, sorry. Serpentini 11th. Burkirk 12th. Sarah 13th. Nakmanov 14th. Jabino 15th. Mr. Gedman 16th. Barnett 17th. 18th is Hot Dog. 19th Trotman. Micheletti in 20th, Elgin 21st, Well-Beloved in 22nd. So, that was an absolutely brilliant, action-packed, well, bunch of races. Absolutely bloody awesome. So, that's the end of round 4 of Zandov. This is FRL, Formula Racing League at Zolder. Be sure to join in next week for another bunch of action-packed races. So, have a good night, guys. Peace.